Greetings, guys. It's Irish here. Every year around this time, I try to do my prediction, or not my predictions, my next year's goals, and I would tell you which goals I accomplished and didn't do. So, one of the greatest goals that I finally accomplished, that I set for myself last year, was to get a job in the IT field. So, I did do that. I am a help desk technician at a local business here where I live. So, and I've been doing it for about 8, 9 months now, and I love it. So, which is great. The next goal that I set was for LFS. I never got around to doing LFS because I was so busy with family and with the new job and everything. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't made as many videos. I actually did go back and listen to my old uh, video from 2019, excuse me, 2018 this time for the 2019 goals. And yeah, I didn't get around to doing the whole LFS thing. So I'm going to set that one for next year. I'm going to get VirtualBox set up because I was thinking about maybe doing it uh, on actual hardware, which I don't know if I would be able to do just because I'm so busy. And with my laptop here, I can just get VirtualBox on there and work on it for a couple minutes here and there every night, and hopefully I can get a actual functioning looking um, LFS up and running this time next year. That's, you know, hopefully I can get that. Another goal was to do Dvorak. So I have been doing Dvorak for, will be tomorrow, 1 year. So beforehand, I was getting about 70 to 75 words per minute on QWERTY, and it took me a long time just because I didn't have as much time as some people might. But I did get up to 70 in just right before, I think on Thanksgiving. So I did get up to the 70 range in Dvorak. And I have been messing around with Colmac a little bit here and there. I can get about 45 words per minute, which is about average for if you take a bunch of people, and I think that's the average. 40 to 50 is the average typist speed. So I could get like a temp job just using Colmac, but it'd be slow as heck. So um, another one was to get on my Xmonad machine Spotify working inside of a uh, scratch pad, which I did accomplish. So, nice thing is, so if I do mod and a P, this will bring up my Spotify very shortly. Here you go. So it is in a scratch pad, which I love. So now if I think I can hide it by doing that. And you see this little NSP thing up here. That means it's in a scratch pad. So now I could listen to Spotify in the background, do what I need to do here, messing with my Xmonad config, which I don't think I really have done that for like the longest time since the last video, which was, I believe, on scratch pads, or my Xmonad um, journey video that I did. So um, I'm for the next year. I don't know if I'm going to stay on Xmonad. Um, I might give BSPWM another go. I did do it maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that, right before or shortly after my son was born, and never got around to playing it that much. So I might give it another shot, but I'm not going to use a bar up on top here. So I'm going to just try to use it as just a general purpose window machine or window manager, and not have a bar, because if any of you guys watch Hex DSL, he hates bars. He's got this little thin, little tiny bar that has just like a little tiny line, um, which workspace or tags, since he's on DWM, on there. Just to note with my DWM, I was running it for a couple weeks, but every time that I got on Steam, it would freeze on me. The game would freeze on me, and I don't know if it's a Gentoo thing, a DWM thing, or what. So we'll see. I may come back around to it again. But I do want to see about maybe giving BSPWM a try. Hopefully, I can get around to doing that tomorrow during my kids' nap time. So hopefully, I can set that up. And but don't get me wrong, I do love Xmonad. It's really solid for me right now. But I just want to try something else. I thought it was going to be DWM at the time, but until I can get the my certain patches and the freezing on Steam fixed, then it's not functional for me. So that's why I'm going to stick to Xmonad and now BSPWM. So regarding Gentoo, I don't know if I have a time to stick with Gentoo, unfortunately. So I might be searching. I'm going to do this through uh, VirtualBox, but I'm going to, I guess, distro hop, even though I hate doing that. But I'm going to test out some different distros, and then if I find one that suits my needs, I will switch over. But I do want to try to get to 3 years on Gentoo for sure, and that's, I believe, the beginning of February. My video, the very first Gentoo video I have, is on there, so I might switch off of it just because I just don't have enough time. And there's certain packages that just take forever to compile. Yeah, I can tweak the compiling times, and I do use certain packages still as binaries. LibreOffice, I think Thunderbird, and Firefox are my three programs that I use as a binary. So I don't know if I will. Maybe I'll try OpenSUSE again, uh, or possibly maybe try Void Linux again. I did enjoy that. Slackware, probably not, unfortunately, just because maybe I'll give it a shot again once if it comes out. Slackware 15 comes out this year, but we'll see. Maybe I'll play with it in a in a virtual box. I do have it going at on a virtual box at my work. I do play with that when I get between calls. So yeah, I have some ideas, and then hopefully, now that my household is starting to stable more, I can tweak some more, do some research, and actually produce more videos. Because I did look at my videos that I did this year, and it's not a lot. So I do apologize, guys, for that. Uh, there were times where I was just unmotivated to find just to do stuff within the Linux world because I think I was just concentrating on Dvorak and Colmac and obviously raising my son and daughter and starting a new job. So I was super busy this past week. So let me see if I can go back. Yeah, there's the video that I was watching. So yeah, if I go from the goals video, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, only 15. So that is maybe one video a month, which I did say was going to happen. So, but I do hope to produce more. Um, I would never, just to let you guys know, I would never just stop making videos without letting you guys know. So, but I do want to let you guys know for sure that I started up my Discord server again. So if you actually go to the community tab here, I did put a link to it right here. So if you are on Discord and want to come and chat with me, that's probably the best way. The other way is IRC, I'm on there through Linux Chatter and other ones, which I can show you really quick. Some of them are private, so don't you're not going to be able to get into all of these. But I'm on the Xmonad, mechanical keyboards. I have my own, uh, which is private. Das Gregor has one, which is private. But the best ones to get me in are For the Nerds and the Tiling Window Manager IRC channel. I'm in those all the time. And I will try to communicate through this community tab. So just keep an eye on it. Um, Believe it or not, I actually do look at the polls that I do put up, and I will make I once I can get VirtualBox up and running on here, I will do more distro installs and possible reviews. I think I'm going to do something similar to what DistroTube does the initial install, and then just take a look at the initial my initial views on it. I actually took a look at Linux Mint 19.3, and I haven't looked at that in say, oh geez, like 8 years, something like that. Ever since that was my very first Linux distro that I was on more than like 2 weeks or something like that. So that was my longest one before moving to Arch. Um, and I actually really enjoyed it, but again, that's too basic. It's really good for first-time users, uh, but for like a power user, probably not the best one. Um, but I will try. Um, I'm trying to get my desktop, which is where I'm going to put FreeBSD on. My goal is to try to keep FreeBSD on that machine. I think my last attempt on it, I could not get WeChat to work inside that. But I'm very rarely on that machine anyway, so I might just use it as like a just to see if I can work in it as like an actual work thing and not talking. If need be, I could get Hex. Oh, is it HexChat? So we'll see again. But yeah, I do have some plans. I'm gonna start upgrading some of my hardware. I For Christmas I got a triple monitor stand, so I just need to get one more monitor, and I'll probably do a video on what my setup looks like and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to keep making videos. Like I said, I'm gonna stick to Dvorak and just tinker inside Colmac, see if I can get up to 50 words per minute. If I can do that, I might be able to switch it at my work. So I would just do Colmac at work and then Dvorak here. But my goal in the Dvorak sphere is to get to it. Hopefully, I wanted to do it before my birthday in March, but I don't think that's going to happen. I want to hit 100 words per minute. I think I can do it. I've seen videos of people doing 100 words per minute, and I'm like, that doesn't look so fast. So I'm going to work towards that goal because I was tinkering with Colmac for for a while now. My score has decreased to the high 50s, low 60s, so I need to build that back up to if I can get to 80, that's the fastest I've ever been. So hopefully I can do that. But let me know what your goals are for this upcoming year. And yeah, good luck. Have a good and safe new year. And I'll see you guys in the new decade. Bye.